Welcome back to Visceral, and today we're talking about the self-titled release from a band called Standards. So if you've been listening to our podcast, you know that myself and Craig, we often take a look at tracks that are released on Bandcamp by small little acts, stuff that you generally wouldn't know about if you weren't actively digging through the bins of Bandcamp. And then on our previous show, episode number 4, we actually fell upon a band that's a local here in Santa Rosa called Sloth and Turtle, a cool math rock band. And I realized, not only are they local and they have a new record out, but they're going to be playing a show pretty soon. And we talk a little bit about that on that episode. One of the bands that was there at the show that day was this band, this one called Standards. And I actually have their cassette right here I bought from the show. I actually bought t-shirt as well there, but a really, really awesome band. It's a two-piece. The guitar player is someone by the name of Marcos Mena, and the drummer is someone by the name of Jacob Richards. And I wasn't quite sure going into the show how they would translate this EP to the live setting, because I knew it was a two-piece. It sounds pretty technical, pretty complicated. It's an awesome sounding EP, but I thought maybe there's a lot of studio trickery involved here to make it sound like that. And I was floored by how competent and able they were to produce what's on this record and, have a good time doing it. It was something that when you watched them play, it was fun. It was contagious. People were, up and moving and dancing. Let's just take a look at a little clip from that show. So, tough music to pull off. These are two young men who are from Los Angeles that clearly have spent a lot of time learning their craft. The fact that he's able to pull off those kind of guitar lines live under pressure and do it so well was really amazing stuff. And the drumming from Jacob is pretty great as well. There was another band at the show called Floral. I'm actually wearing their shirt right now. We'll have to take a look at their EPs in the future. Another two-piece kind of math rock band. This is the kind of music, as well as Standards and Sloth and Turtle, that is just super technical. Almost, or not almost always, but generally speaking, it's instrumental music. And it's the kind of stuff where I think it's very melodic, it's very pretty, but if you are not of the mindset that this is not going to be a traditional pop song, it might be a little harder for you to get into this stuff. But I think seeing them live and just feeling the energy of the audience around you, that's one of the best ways to be introduced to this stuff. So let's actually take a look at the EP itself. It came out here in 2018. It's 4 awesome tracks. Super technical guitar work, as you saw in that video before, often having 2 hands to hit all these various notes. But what's also great about it is that it is catchy. It's not just, here is some incredible instrumentation for the sake of showing the prowess of the guitar player. Now, this is catchy music. And in fact, the very first track on the album is my favorite song. It's one called Kale and Strawberries. Third track off the record is one called Shmoony. It's really right off the bat. This is one where it just sucks you in with this kind of dance party atmosphere. I know when they were playing this at the show, it's just something that everyone's going to move to. It was contagious, and I think they really capture it well on this recording. And then my second favorite song is actually the last track on the record. I'll probably butcher the name a bit, but it's Quinn's Birthday. You could tell right from the very beginning of this track that this is a band that has definitely studied some of the late 90s Midwestern kind of twinkly emo stuff, stuff if you've heard Cap'n Jazz or Braid before. There's elements of it surely in this track, but it's a great way to finish off this set of 4 awesome songs. So folks, I highly recommend picking up, if you can get a physical copy of this new Standards EP. I know they have some CDs for sale on their Bandcamp page. Maybe there'll be vinyl in the future. It's available on Spotify. Of course, it's on Bandcamp. Unfortunately, all the cassettes, I think, are sold out. Mine is nicely autographed by some of the members in the band even. So definitely check them out if they come to your town. They're on tour right now, and I highly recommend seeing them if you get a chance. That's all for today, everyone. Make sure you subscribe down below and tell us in the comments, what are some other bands that sound like this that we should know about? And maybe if you've had some experience playing this kind of music, how is it that you get that skilled at playing the guitar and being able to pull off those licks? Until next time.